Welcome! Welcome, everybody! Welcome to my Bubble, The Bubble, live reaction watch-along party. Are you a Karen Gillan fan? I certainly am. Okay, guys, this show, The Bubble, is on Netflix, and you can watch along with me if you want. I'll put time codes for you guys in the description after this gets uploaded, but if you haven't watched one of these from me before, the way it works is that I can't show you the entire image here on the side, but I will do my best by putting in little tips and tricks that you guys can follow along with me, and we'll talk about it as we go along. But I'm ready. I put in my eye drops, checked the old prostate, and now I'm ready for action. Let's watch The Bubble, starring Karen Gillan on Netflix. Okay. Whoops. I didn't put in my poster for that either. I messed up. So I'm going to have to correct that somehow. Okay. Somewhere in England. Okay. So they're just starting off talking about animals. Ha! Sometimes. Okay. This guy was in John Wick, right? The guy with the suit, he was in John Wick.
Fuck them.
Now, this is a rated R film. So it's going to have lots of cursive language in it. It's going to have lots of swearing. And I'm going to have to make a quick change here on the fly. Don't F them is what he's saying. Don't F them. Okay.
Call me and tell me what they said.
What if they say, don't tell Gavin?
No.
No.
This is the bubble.
Our Glass Vikings in the live chat says he's the voice of Darth Maul. Yes. Yes, that's the actor who played the original voice in Darth Maul, the Phantom Menace. That's him.
Hey. How are you? So good to see you.
Okay, so they're establishing early that they're in the pandemic. She's got the mask on.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm exercising a lot. It's the only thing keeping me sane.
And I'm going to have to make a quick adjustment here.
And what do you think about Cliff Beast 6?
I can't leave my boyfriend right now. He's very neurotic,
Cliff Beast
and
6.
This whole time is just very
So-
triggering for him. No, he won't travel.
So they're talking about her boyfriend
No, he
being
just won't
brought to
fly.
the film.
He also refuses to get a job.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I have a lot of
Oh my God. I think I might have put in too much audio there. I'm going to have to chop that out, guys. Okay, so yeah, the mistakes like that happen.
manages to offend.
Why is that bringing on that? Okay. So she's saying that, God, she's beautiful. Absolutely striking.
To fight the aliens.
The aliens? Hilarious. Okay, so she's asking if her career is dead after making a... Okay. I need to make that bigger. I apologize for this, guys. I usually get this all set up in time, but I can cut this stuff out afterwards. Okay, good. Okay, so she's talking about the bubble, it being the area you go in to make movies, right? Because we were put in bubbles. There, that's better. There. Don't sweat the small stuff, buddy. All good. Okay, yeah. Well, I don't sweat it. It's just if there's too much audio or there's too much video, then I'll get shut down. And that's one of the things that you guys will learn when you watch these watch-alongs with me, is that I play as much as I can. I try to give you as much of the footage and ideas to where I'm at in the movies as I can. But I try to reserve it towards the climax to the big scenes, or at least what I feel are going to be like that. So she's arriving on this set here, or at least the bubble, which is this big mansion. And some people there are going a little overboard. Oh, you got to do a test. So you got to do that whole nose thing. I never did that test. Did you guys? Did you guys ever do that nose test, the swab? I never had to, because I got both of my shots relatively early, and then I got my third one when that came out. But I never had to have that thing stuck up my nose. Okay, so just for a timestamp, I'm 5 minutes and 6 minutes in. Okay, so Howie, yeah, it's better when someone does it. Hated the tests. Art Glass says in the live chat. Yeah. So they just drug off Howard because he tried to hug her, which is not protocol, right? Not supposed to do that. Okay, so everything's working. Everything's jiving here. Should be pretty smooth here now for the rest of the movie. Anyway, there she is eating pizza in the bubble. She was moaning about something. I think I know what she was supposed to be doing. Okay, so this is directed by Judd Apatow, and you can hear and see some of his influences for sure. What was she doing on that bed, guys? Making that sound. Please shower before you come. The guy said it stinks in there because she's been in there for too long, I suppose. Fuzz in the live chat says, hey. Okay, guys, so if you're in the live chat, know that there's like a 30-second delay or so, 30, 40 seconds delay for the YouTube stream. Oh, and there's Maria Bakalova. Cool. She was so great in Borat 2. So she's meeting the rest of the cast now. And then she's talking to Leslie Mann, who I believe is Judd Apatow's, the director's wife, isn't it? Or am I got that wrong? Maybe I got that wrong. What's 4%? Yeah, so that guy was the voice of Darth Maul, and he was in John Wick as the guy who he went to get his weapons from. And the suit, right? No. Was the suit different than the weapons? Cliff beasts? So they're making some behind the scenes footage. Oh, there's Pedro Pascal. There he is. Come on, show him. Hunger strike. There he is. Looks like he's got a bit of a hangover there. Well, we've all been a little worse for wear at times. He just said said he doesn't watch his own stuff, and Johnny Depp is notorious for being saying that. He doesn't watch his own stuff, and he's almost trying to talk like him. So is this supposed to be like a Johnny Depp character I'm getting? So we're just learning about more of the cast. Gavin.
I need to be real with you. I don't understand these bullshit rules. Okay.
So this is Gavin and the guy with the beard. So, being very topical about the incident that we all just went through as a world, is this a little too early to be making jokes about it? I'm very interested to see how far they're going to push that envelope. Who's that girl? Form an alliance. So where's David Duchovny? I want to see David Duchovny. There's Keegan Michael Key.
Emotional issues.
Listen, that's where you were on.
Emotional issues she had. Our Glass in the live chat says, yeah, you're right. Leslie Mann is married to the director. Okay, yeah. I thought so. Okay. So Keegan Michael Key has made a book and he's trying to impress her with it, I guess. Oh, I can't keep... she looks so gorgeous. Wow. Who defines what a cult is? Okay, there's David Duchovny. There. Whoops. There's David Duchovny. I'll show him right there. All right. So we're getting introduced to all the characters here that are on the poster. Karen Gillan, Pedro Pascal, we saw Leslie Mann. We haven't seen Fred Armisen yet. Keegan Michael Key, David Duchovny, Les Apatow? Is that what that says? Jokes are usually instantaneous to world incidents. Stand-ups, bread and butter. Yeah. The thing, okay, well, no. Here's what I mean. I don't mean that it's not funny. What I mean is that some people may not find it funny because we just got out of it. Most of us are having a big sigh of relief that we're done with this. And we just got out of it, so we don't want to immediately, again, talk about it, right? One of the actors, but he's not that good. So Maria Bakalova is just one of the hotel attendees who seems to be enamored with Pedro Pascal.
He's funny. He's extremely intelligent.
The director? That's Fred Armisen. Tiles of Love.
Thank you. Thanks, you guys.
Okay, so this is the director. Okay. So got my coffee here, guys. So I drink my coffee black. How do you guys drink your coffee? I just find that if I put cream in it, it makes it too watered down. I like it bitter. So day 15 rehearsals. I guess there's going to be a falcon of some kind. Duchovny's doing a little bit of action prep. Okay, Arglass says he takes it with milk. Okay, so they're doing some archery testing here. This is very much like a montage. And this would be a relatively easy movie to make. Fuzz in the live chat says black, no sugar. That's the way I like it. Sometimes I like a little bit of sugar if I'm feeling like that sweet tooth, but for the most part, I like it black. What's this? They're making TikTok videos. And how many of... Ooh, is that her? No, that's not her. That's not Karen. That's somebody... I don't know who that is. Are you guys into TikTok as well? And that's very topical. TikTok is all the rage. YouTube's trying to cash in with the shorts bit. Arglass says in the live chat, stage fighting. Done a bit of that in my time. Yeah. So I can't play the music. Okay. Play a little clip of it there. Can't play too much. Like just I risk doing that. Putting a little bit of the music in. Because even like a 2-second clip can get claimed. So far, let me talk about the pacing. We're exactly 17 minutes and 30 seconds in. And we've established that these characters have assembled in... There's Karen McKinnon, right? She's the producer. All of these people have assembled in this mansion to film this movie, to do rehearsals. Has it jumped out at me? Has it hooked me? It's got whimsy to it.
You and do not fuck me.
Whoops. So she's just like saying yes to the director. Please make a good film and don't mess her up. I'm going to have to bleep that. Maybe. Who cares? I prefer cream and tons of sugar in my coffee, but I would die. See, the thing about doing live streams is that they prefer not to have F-bombs in it. And doing a rated R reaction. You know, I did Texas Chainsaw, so I should be able to get away with this. What? What?
Thank you for coming to pick up my tray. Appreciate it.
So
Sure, yeah.
this bellman, this bellboy, was trying to interest him in some kind of virtual reality machine to have relations. There's Pedro. There's Maria. And so now she's saying that Pedro just propositioned her for relations, and she said no. Well, not right now because he's got to meet her father first. I don't know if that was supposed to be funny or what. It was kind of weird, actually. This is coming across like a fly-on-the-wall documentary style. I wonder if it's a parody of somebody's experience. Hourglass in the live chat says, yeah, it is coming kind of like you're that fly on the wall watching this production unfold, but then you're having weird propositions of relations here. It's just weird. And we hear nothing but he is waiting for a response of some kind, and nobody responded to him.
Let's have some fun.
Let's have some fun. Okay, so they're actually on the shoot now. Here's the thing about this. Is that we kind of already know what the problem is that they're shooting this movie under very strict circumstances. Is there going to be any other kind of hook? Is somebody going to die on the set? Or what else is going to draw me in? They all seem to be some kind of eccentrics.
A man and woman.
One thing I
Okay, so Pedro Pascal has an accent in the movie Cliff Beasts. He did a weird vocal thing there. I'll try to capture it. so one of the beasts just came down. They're running away now. And actually, to tell you the truth, the visual effects don't look terrible. And then we saw that in the trailer, them on the green screen stage. So now they're talking about sending a screenplay to him, like some visual effects guy.
Holly says, well, somebody taught him how to fly. I mean, they're cliff beasts.
So now they're complaining about script dialogue, dialogue in the script. Well, where else would it be, James? And Duchovny's complaining about it. There's something we can talk about. Okay, so far I haven't really been drawn into who the characters are. I've been calling them by their actual actor's name.
is a little lackluster.
So let me fix it.
So these two look like they're going to have a little fling. They're talking about dialogue. Well, the director can hear them. He's just standing there. So it's supposed to be funny that these two guys are in the rigs and they've been left up there. Isn't that funny? No, it's not. All right. They're having some kind of evening soiree together. She's playing piano. Okay, so if it's an hour and 45 minutes long, I'm guessing that we're almost to 30 minutes. The problem has to happen. Okay. Oh, we're getting it now, actually. So he said...
Screw you, Gavin. That's hilarious.
He just said that...
I was joking, but I'm not. You all have to go back to your rooms.
He's saying that they all have to go back into quarantine. So the person who gets coffee for people in the morning all gave them or exposed them to the potential situation.
Go. Or I need a larger room.
Okay.
Notice it. Second time was in a coma, but the third time I lost my sense of sort of taste and...
So that stagehand is saying that he's gone it before and it's no big deal. Okay. His fingers change size every single day. So
Really?
I'm sorry, when would be a good time?
Never. Fuck off.
oh, damn. Shoot. So they're all going to get the swabs up the nose. And everybody who's gotten those, as they said, it's not a fun thing to have happen. I'm sure it has. Okay, they also had the one in the back of the swab in the back of the throat. It gives you that gag reflex. Yeah, that's not fun either. Now he's putting it in his beard. Okay, that was kind of funny. That got me a little bit. Yeah, I don't really care about the swearing, for me personally, but it's just for the live stream. Again, our second montage with music, our second montage in 28 minutes. So this is our second montage. So the director is making some notes or something in his room, making weird noises. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe I should have been smoking up something or maybe putting a little bit of whiskey in this or something before I watch this. Not that you should do anything like that, guys, but so far the laugh factors are not landing with me. Okay, so they paused the montage, and now we're getting a third montage, and I'll watch her anytime. What the heck is she doing there? So basically, the way I see stuff like this is I can just see the director telling them, like Judd Apatow, the real director, saying, just make a whole bunch of weird things in your room and we'll film it and then we'll add it into this montage. And that's what I'm getting from this. Here's the thing, is that these montages are totally taking the wind or steam out of the pacing of this movie. And this is going to clock in at 1 hour and 45 minutes. The easiest way to take out time from the movie is to cut out montages like that. Because what did we actually learn from that? That they're just getting all riled and pent up? Not that I'm hating it. There's nothing in here that's made me go, ooh, gross, it's terrible. It's just a little montage heavy. If we get another montage in 10 minutes, I'll be like, so this girl is a little bit weird.
You're such a freak.
So she just called that girl a freak. Was that the girl that brought the coffee? I don't know. So now Keegan, Michael Key's character, is learning to fly a helicopter. He's just got to learn to make it go up. Is this safe? Get that camera out of my face. Yeah. So the videographer guy is like asking very poignant questions about what does it feel like to shoot a movie under these circumstances? So nothing happened out of that helicopter scene. I thought maybe he was going to crash. I wonder, are the montages just for transition scenes? Yeah, they are supposed to be. But I think my point about it slowing down the momentum of the movie, and now we got an awkward scene between Maria Bakalova and Pedro Pascal of him handing out silverware. Because after she shot him down for his proposition, he's being weird.
When he tells you his ideas, tell him you'll think about them.
So he's asking about what do you do when an actor says he wants to rewrite the script, which is David Duchovny's character. Maybe this is too inside baseball. You know, if you don't work on films, I'm sure, or if you work on films, I'm sure you've laughed and find this hilarious. Maybe.
Sorry I slept with your agent.
So you think Duchovny takes growth hormone? You mean to like maintain muscle? Like he's not very muscular. To keep his youth, maybe? Why would you take that?
Our amazing mother.
Oh, can't show that, guys. So they're getting it on the set. Oh man, I'm going to have to really flag this video. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this. I might have to put it on private and then edit out those little clips. Like it's jarring. Not that you saw anything. You didn't see anything in that scene. And it was so fast. So how long have I been streaming here for? I'll take a note of that. About 35 minutes in. Because once the stream goes live, I can, or once it goes up to YouTube, I can go back and edit out those things and make it safe for viewing. There's Karen in her bed. She's going to go upstairs and complain that people are being rough in their room. And of course, I have a good guess as to what they're doing in their room. My experiences on sets are 16-hour days with lots of downtime and lots of food handed out to pacify the masses. Don't remember anybody getting jiggy with it. Oh, they're playing soccer. They're playing soccer in the hotel. Football. Sorry, guys.
Cliff Beast. Doctor.
So this player's recognizing who she is. Football, you mean? Yeah. Well, I did say football. Here in North America, you know what we call it. So he's asked her to go to the room.
It's been a very long time.
A lot of fun to talk to.
So she's been talking to herself lately. We saw a joke about that in the beginning montage. But you can't. You're supposed to be quarantining. I'm sorry, was that supposed to be funny? They were tempted to be with each other, and then he's like, goodbye.
Let the air fill your lungs.
So they're in some meditation. He said, don't be afraid of the movie industry collapsing. Harmony Ignite. So the guy with the beard wants to leave because he's freaking out, having some serious cabin fever. I think that's something that we all experienced, where you just kind of lose it. And he's assaulting David Duchovny. I think the movie industry is dead. R.I.P. Hollywood, says Fuzz in the live chat. So this guy wants to bail. He's having an episode.
That skinny bastard from the Twilight.
Not within the...
Now they're talking about Batman.
This is a very judgmental business. If you leave, you'll be blackballed.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't bail like that, man. You got to stay the course. And he just jumped over a railing. Yeah, I definitely needed some additional help, perhaps, to enjoy this movie. Not that I was feeling grumpy or anything, and I like that garden. the shooting location, day 61. Oh yeah, you can see that through the background. Like this big manor that they're shooting at is fairly impressive. Some additional security is being brought in. They're going to put trackers on them, it looks like. Oh, it'll be funny. Let's put trackers on them. Maybe I should just switch this over to a roast of some kind. Maybe I should just start calling this out. Because so far, I've been keeping an open mind. So timestamp here is 41 minutes and 12 seconds. 41 minutes. So they just forced Pedro Pascal's character to put on that tracker. Oh, because that guy bailed. The producer, Kate McKinnon's character, probably put down this order that they all got to wear these trackers.
Beginning to wonder about this.
What is this?
Okay, so you heard a little bit of that voice. That was Pedro Pascal's voice in it. Judd's set is lavish, I agree. So they're finding a dead body that's been chewed up. Arms, legs are ripped off from one of the cliff beasts.
Well, that doesn't mean anything. I got the same belt.
Oh, you can see the monster right there. Okay. See, I get the impressions that this was supposed to be kind of like a National Lampoon's type of movie, but it's not quite resonating. It's missing something. And they just dropped the head of that guy who bailed from the set. Is that who that is? So they killed the character off in the movie Cliff Beasts, the guy who left the set. And I can't tell if the acting is supposed to be this bad in the movie. I think it is supposed to be, right? Okay, so we've established that the movie Cliff Beasts, the acting is supposed to be questionable in that movie. So it looks like Karen is going to be calling her ex.
That's Monica.
Who is Monica?
You know why she's in her house. So they're breaking up over Skype. Top class. And here's the other thing. Okay, if we're going to talk about this movie, they're just going to break up. We learned that Karen Gillan's character is going to have this bad relationship. The thing is that they haven't given us one solid character that we can fully get behind. There's this ensemble here at the hotel, this chateau or whatever manor, but we don't know really any single one of them. They're supposed to be like stereotypes of people that we are supposed to recognize from Hollywood figures. But I'm still calling them by their names, their actors' names, and I'm not rooting for any one of them. And there's that footballer that Okay, so there's going to be a scene, a risque scene here, I guess. They're going to have relations. They're on their 5th sequel. Yeah, I'd say the acting is phoned in. And I understand that. That's the point, is that they're saying that these actors are tired of this franchise. And that comes across. But what else are you going to do with it? Okay, so there's 17 minutes of credits in this? That can't be. And there's a post-credit scene for this movie as well. Ooh. We just learned that Morbius has post-credit scenes that most people didn't like, and this has a post-credit scene. The Lost City had a post-credit scene. Not every movie needs a post-credit scene. We're with... But I hope you guys understand my point here, that they've given us this group of people that we don't really know too much about any single one of them. They're giving us little clues and such, like Karen is having a bad relationship, breaking up over Skype, but you're not rooting for anybody, right? It's not like Indiana Jones or something where you're like, yeah, I'm rooting for that person. Wait, is that Daisy Ridley? I think that is Daisy Ridley doing the yoga. Yeah, I think that is Daisy Ridley. Huh. So he just popped some drugs in before this.
I like your hair.
Is this all the work that she can get? I mean, I like Daisy Ridley. Despite all the problems with the sequel trilogy, I liked her in those movies. Our Glass Viking said, yeah, it's like a soap-style play. Okay, so now we're having a scene here with Karen Gillan and that athlete.
Get over here.
Yes, ma'am.
And they're going to have some virtual relations now. And is she coming through the mirror? What's going on here? I think this is supposed to be like a throwback to those schlocky Grindhouse era films. I think it's supposed to be. Because you know how even in those like B movies, the so-called sex scenes were never, it was just like you saw maybe butt crack and then it was like a bed sheet over them. It's like that. So you're not really seeing anything. And now Karen's got a fever of some kind. She got sick.
I think it's the virus.
But you know what? We've done some watch-alongs before, and you've seen when I've been reacting good to a movie, like The Adam Project was a whole bunch of fun. I'm not getting that kind of zeal from watching this, and I'm glad that there's 20 minutes of credits on this thing, because that means we only have about an hour left. We're sitting at 48 minutes, and now Pedro Pascal is firing off a missile.
However, some of you have tested positive.
Influenza. So I'm going to have to just switch over here and start roasting this movie. Like, just start tearing it a new one. Because I want to be able to, I don't want to sit here for the rest of the movie and go, Well, it's supposed to be funny. I'm not laughing. What's going on? What is going on? Okay, so they're in quarantine, and is that the joke? Ha ha ha. And you got to tell me we've got to sit through another hour of this. I might as well start roasting. So now they're talking about tapeworms. Okay. So there's the people that are not sick have agreed to go and finish filming, or at least film for the day. But Karen was sick and she was climbing there. What's going on?
Another day.
Okay, so this one actress is saying that she's not feeling so good. And she's just hanging there.
What's up with Lauren?
Ha 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 ha. Isn't it funny? Somebody in distress. Okay, so they're all hanging from their straps. And they're saying,
So proud when you get it done.
Carol, can you stop gaslighting me?
ah. So they're just hanging from the ropes, and now some cliff beasts are coming. Yeah, it's clear. It's obvious now. Let's say it. You definitely needed to have some helps to find this movie funny. I definitely needed to put some bourbon or something in this. If we're using Jeremy Johns' scale, now somebody threw up all over somebody else. They're throwing up in their helmets. They're throwing up on set.
Something going round.
Yeah. Oh, it smells like ham.
Gavin, there's
I like that. Hey, Lauren, who do you think is the most fun person to act with?
Bucko, need I remind you? You used to be addicted to meth and once.
Huh. So she's having, she's telling them to keep on going with the movie. She's the producer, right? So they're just saying that this production and Tom Cruise with his Mission Impossible movie are the only ones in production. All right. I hope this picks up because this is going to be a rough ride. Over the pants stuff. So we are sitting at 54 minutes and 12 seconds. Here's my review for The Bubble. Ready? Here we go. Oh, I hate when this happens. But you know, you got to admit it when it happens. We've all been in a movie theater, or we've all been in a situation where you're like, how much more of this do we got to go, guys? And this is my testament to how much I like Karen Gillan, is that I'm only going to stick around to watch this because she's in it. But if she wasn't in this, guys, and if I wasn't doing a live stream, I would bail. I would bail. This is rough.
Who's in? Well, this is great. Let's go make our demand.
So they're just trying to rally now to see if they should make plans or demands to change the set. Yeah, bubble burst. I walked out of The Road to Wellville. The Road to Wellville. Was that one with Anthony Hopkins was playing like Kellogg, the guy who made Kellogg's cereal or something? Is it that one? Matthew Broderick was in it. Colm Meaney was in it as well. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Okay, yeah, this is fun. Well, this movie is going on in the background, and it's not all that great. Let's talk about some things. Oh, we hear music. Is this another montage? Movies that we've walked out of. Road to Wellville. Okay, so what was that movie? And they go to this health spa, and he's telling them to put like yogurt up their butts and stuff like that. Yeah, that one was kind of weird. Road to Wellville. The only movies that I ever walked out of in the theater was Showgirls, because I was with two of my buddies, and the one just said he'd had enough. He wanted to bail. If he wasn't with us, I would have stayed for the entire movie, because I didn't really hate Showgirls. It was a bad movie, but Showgirls was also uncomfortable because my other buddy, we were in high school at the time and we were watching it, and it was a packed theater. Every time there was any kind of nudity, he started giggling like a little girl. So it's kind of embarrassing sitting beside this guy. Just kind of start laughing whenever anything happened, like girls dancing with, showgirls. Fuzz in the live chat says, I walked out of Mortal Engines. I tried watching Mortal Engines here on Netflix, actually. It's a tough watch. It's a movie just like this, actually, where there's a bunch of characters going on, but you're not rooting for any one of them. You don't have anybody that you're getting behind. So here's the thing. We've already established that the movie is schlock. Not the bubble. The movie Cliff Beasts is schlock. It's B-movie fare. And that the actors are all cheesy. They can't really hold their own. We've established that. Not once, twice, and now we're going in for like the third or fourth time. So we've established that. Why are we going back to another scene like this again? Like, this is supposed to be what?
Psychic.
You're safe now. No one's gonna hurt
And
you.
you're going to get eaten. And the thing is going to eat her, right? And it's going to be funny, right? Ooh hoo 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 hoo. Yeah, my basic buddies giggle during Basic Instinct. Mortal Engines should have been Hugo Weaving movie, period. Okay, so what's happening now? What is happening? She's going to teach this dino to dance? Here's what's going to happen. She's going to teach it to dance. They're going to dance around, and then it's going to go boop, eat her, and we're all supposed to go, ha! Isn't that so funny? And it's not. Again, this is the movie where, yeah, if I had some whiskey or some, what goes well with coffee? Amaretto goes good with coffee, right? Should I have had some of that in there? So there she is, shaking her booty, dancing with this dinosaur. Here's my second review for The Beasts. Oh, there's that scene of her screaming when that thing comes down, and she's peeing. She's peeing. She obviously...
Can you stop? You don't need to do that anymore.
So it was just a pipe.
That was supposed to be my big scene, and now all I do is piss myself.
Irish cream, yes. Irish cream would go nicely with coffee. It does. I definitely needed some of that in there. I'm tripping now for sure. Yeah, you need some of that stuff. Or an edible of some kind. A cookie. So they're talking about shutting down the production. And just as we're talking about shutting down this movie, and how much more do we got to go, guys? An hour and 1 minute in. We're an hour and a minute into this movie. And thank God there's 20 minutes of credits on this thing. So that means there's only 40 minutes left of this. Here's my third review for The Bubble. Oh. Yep, there you go. I'll clip that out.
A lot longer than Rafi has.
You are so screwed up.
Well, you know what? We were bound to have one of these every now and then when we do these live streams, because not every movie can be fun to watch, especially when you watch it for the first time. That's why I kind of want to do those watch-alongs where I actually walk you through my favorite scenes of the movie, like I did for The Lake House, but that got blocked for some reason. I'll have to figure out that again. I figure what I'm going to do with my watch-alongs is that I'll go through the movie first, cut out the 10 minutes of footage that I want to use and the sounds, and then use those clips while I do that live, and I'll be able to play the clips as we go through. And we'll talk about opening scenes, establishing Act 1, who the characters are, what you should be rooting for, what you should be looking for, talking about the story and the plot and how it unfolds in Act 2 and the climax, my favorite scenes from the movie and stuff like that. But with this, so the footballer and her are having an argument. At least tonight I was going to try to force myself to watch Morbius tonight, but I can't watch two bad movies in a row. I just can't do it. And now we're back with Pedro and Maria having another proposition of some kind.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is. Let's...
Hi.
Okay, so again, here I am. It's not that bad. What's not bad? This movie bad, or is Morbius not that bad?
Take care of you so you don't find yourself in the wrong toilet.
Now they're talking about toilets as a metaphor for which person you should be going out with.
Sometimes.
She just said, I can't wait for this movie to be over. I agree. This is rough. And Karen is arguing with her boyfriend on Skype again while he's in bed with the new squeeze. So now David Duchovny and Leslie Mann are fighting with each other. She's setting fire to a laptop. Okay. He just said, I don't like movies. They're too long. I totally agree. This movie is... I can't believe that we have to sit through another... Okay. So credits start around 1:55. The next watch-along movie can only be better. Take a hit for the team. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's one of the risks that we take is that not every movie is going to be a hit. And maybe this is going to resonate with some people. But we do have another kind of montage here. So it's full of montages to try to move this stuff. Fuzz in the live chat says this is the third movie for him today. What else did you see, Fuzz? Let me know in the comments. Did you see Morbius? Because it's better conversation than whatever the heck this movie's going on with, man. And she just broke off her hand.
I will sort this. Go back inside.
Here's the other thing. If I totally say that this movie is awful, and these people don't like my reaction to it, they can strike me for this. So I'll tell you this: it's definitely not. Netflix is known for being up and down, right? I guess I should have known that. For every good movie like The Adam Project, we're gonna get one like The Bubble. That's just kind of like. Abbott and Costello meets the Invisible Man and Everything Everywhere All at Once. Oh, you saw Everything Everywhere All at Once and All at Once. That's that movie with Arglass says puts in a badge. Thanks, man. Is that £10? Cool. Thanks. That's my first one, actually. Abbott and Costello meet the Invisible Man. I don't think I've seen that one. Everything Everywhere at Once is that one with Michelle Yeoh, right? And it's kind of abstract. It's kind of like that Matrix kind of thing going on with different multiverses. Or like, yeah, Doctor Strange in the multiverse. Like there's different universes and she's got to fight off against different versions of her. I wanted to see that one, but it's not playing anywhere near me. I even looked at the art house cinema and it's not playing. Is that John Lithgow? Oh, so that is John Lithgow. All right. I'll tell you this, Artglass. I'm going to put that tip to good use. I will go out and see Morbius simply because of that, okay? All right. Thank you. So these are the money people. These are the people that have...
I'm down the beach.
I have not seen anyone in 37.
So they're realizing that the people with the money funding the movie are in the exact same location in Fiji. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is like Mitchell versus the Machines and the Matrix had a baby. So now they're wondering why she was out there running around and she got her fingers shot off.
Blessing. Okay, Lauren is going to come back from this stronger.
Most of her scenes. Lauren is wrapped.
So they're writing her character out of the movie. So we're not going to see any more of Leslie Mann. I think.
One hiccup shouldn't be too much of a problem.
And now they're telling us that most of us have to stay. Which, somebody else had a request for a live watch along, too. Is that John Cena? Okay, well, if John Cena's on, we'll listen to what he's got to say. Oh, so John Cena's playing like the action coordinator, right? The stunt guy. So they're just walking through the new set, the new scene, staging it. They call that blocking. Blocking means that they're figuring out where people are going to stand, how the scenes are going to go and such. Dune, have you seen The Hunt from 2020? I think I have seen The Hunt. That's with, I just joined your Patreon, Fuzz, in the live chat. I need to work on the Patreon. And I think that's what's going to happen with my watch-alongs. The ones that I'm not going to do live, the ones that I'll get put up, is I'll put the Patreon, I plan to put the watch-alongs ahead of time on Patreon. And then I'll do, like, maybe requests from Patreon. And I just got to figure that out, because what I wanted to do with it, YouTube says I can't do with it. Because I still, I did my whole thing for the lake house. It's sitting on my computer, but I can't upload it. I've tried uploading it 3 times now, and each time it gets blocked. They say, well, this little section is too much noise. And I go and fix that, and then they complain about another section in the video. Well, just tell me about all the problems first. Hilary Swank. Oh yeah. The Hunt with Hilary Swank and the girl from Glow. What's her name? Fantastic actress. Yeah, I've seen The Hunt. I didn't like the third act where she came to try to fight her at the end in her house. Is that what happened? But I like the setup. Betty Gilpin. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, I like her quite a bit.
$1 million. I didn't even know.
So now they're fighting over contracts about wanting to leave the movie.
Very good agent. And you know what? I'm not your friend.
So a lot of this humor is very, this is for actors. People in movies will relate to this. And maybe that's what this movie's for other actors and people who are in the industry. Because so far, man, it's rough. And the director and Karen are in the pool together. Is he going to make a move?
I thought today was so good.
You did?
He's going to try to make a move on her? The only other thing I could do is do big movies, but chop it up into like chapters. And I don't like that. Like, you know, when you see reactors do like, here's my reaction to Saving Private Ryan, part 1. And then there's a part 2 because they just they want to put in so much footage from the movie. They cut it up into 2 bits. I can do something like that. Maybe spend a week talking about something. Like, do a week of like each Star Wars movie, and one day we'll talk all about how the setup of the movie goes. We'll talk about the soundtrack, my favorite scenes and such like that. No, that's too much. That's dragged out. I don't like that idea. Okay, so now they're in the pool having fun together. So what was the point of that pool scene?
We decided we're not going to...
They clarify our pro-environmental message.
So now David Duchovny's character is complaining that they don't want to use his script. $151, and we're at 117. So guys, we still got like a half an hour on this baby. You know what I'm going to do? Here's what I'm going to do. And this will come out on TikTok or anything like this. And this will be fun. So what I'm doing is that I'm going to take my phone here and I'm going to film my immediate response to the bubble. And it'll be up on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram later on today. Oh, okay. So now that's kind of funny. They're filming that other actress who got her fingers shot off with a green guy in a green screen sock with the wig. All right, so here we go. I'm about an hour and 20 minutes into watching The Bubble on Netflix with Karen Gillan. Are you a huge fan of her? I messed that up. Let's see if I can do this. I'm about an hour and 20 minutes into The Bubble on Netflix with Karen Gillan. And guys, I got to tell you this. It's rough. This is a rough ride, man. I don't know who this movie's for. It's not that funny. The Bubble, I would say, guys, I'm going to... Don't make me finish watching this, please. How about that? Did that work? Because it's a TikTok, because it's going to be on Instagram, I'll take one more take. So, I'm watching The Bubble, and guys, I got to tell you this. Here's my initial reaction. Ah, man, it's awful. It's rough. It's really long. They have all the... So, I'm in the middle of filming my reaction to The Bubble, a Netflix film starring Karen Gillan, and I gotta tell you this, man, it's rough, it's long, it's got all of these montages in it, and I'm just kind of like, I want to shut it off, but I'm doing a live stream on YouTube. I can't do that. I'll finish watching it, but man, it's rough. There. That'll be up on TikTok, and that'll be up on Instagram later on today. Okay, so now Karen Gillan's saying that she wants to really leave this project. She doesn't want to stay there. And I feel it, man. I feel it. I don't want to be here either, Karen. It's 3:53. But you know what I got for dinner, at least? I'm going to be having sausages with a cauliflower mash and onion gravy. That's what I'm having for dinner. And I'm looking forward to that.
I grieved alone.
I had to abandon my cat on the street.
So now they're talking about what they had to give up to staying in this project. See, here's the thing. They're making this movie. Pity Karen didn't leave for real. Here's the thing. They're talking about making this movie and that they got to stick around to finish it. And I'm ready to pull my hair out here. I'm starting to get maybe a little bit of a headache with how bad this is. So now Beck is going to have a cameo in this. So basically, this is Judd Apatow calling on all of his friends to come in and make cameos in his movie. This needed a serious edit because it's a gag. It's a one-note gag movie. It's a gag that they're making this bad movie that gets shut down by the pandemic. And they're recycling that same thing over and over again. And unfortunately, we got to sit through it for an hour and 50 minutes. And they've hired Beck now to have a have a performance to try to relieve people's boredom or remember, this is supposed to be funny. We just get to see the cast of this movie stand around and dance to a Beck song. I'll watch Karen dance. Judd Apatow did Trainwreck. This must be the sequel, Hourglass says in the live chat. Yeah, that's a good one. Trainwreck. That was Amy Schumer, right? And was that John Cena? But yeah, we've got like a, what, how long is this? 40 seconds, at least a minute? A sequence here. Like, what does this do to the movie? What does this help the movie along with? How does this add to what the plot or the theme of this movie is supposed to be? What's this do? I'm getting hot here. Like, what was the point of that?
Like being back on set with all of your cliff beast buddies.
Now they're having an interview with E.T. And I'll tell you this, guys. I'm a fairly generous person when it comes to movies. Like if I will give Morbius its fair shake. I will go watch it, and knowing that everybody's not liking it, I'll still look at the scenes and say, well, at least that part is entertaining. I like this part. I'm very fair when it comes to this stuff. And I give movies that should be worse higher scores than they normally are, because I can at least see some redeeming qualities in this. So what are the redeeming qualities in this movie?
I can't do another movie. I can't. It's not safe here. Okay, it's...
So she's having a mental breakdown in front of this interviewer. Let's go through my 5 factors of this movie. Let's start off with acting. Acting, I give like a full 2 points if it's really good performances by at least 1 or 2 persons. And so far, out of this, the acting has not been terrible. It's not been awful. There's nothing in here, like I get the point that the movie Cliff Beast is supposed to be a bad movie. So the acting in that is supposed to be, yeah. But the actual movie acting within this movie, The Bubble, like the actors portraying the actors, hasn't been terrible. It's been competent. So out of a possible 2 points for acting, I would give 1 point. So let me just see if I can set this up.
Posting this, I can't ruin my own brand. It's not.
Okay, so acting, I would give 1 point. Then after that, let's talk about the directing. Okay, directing is, I give usually out of 2 points. And when I look at the directing, I look at the execution of the story. And so far, the execution of this story, with all the montages, with all the weird, like they're slapping each other now. With all the weirdness, I can't say that the execution of this story has been good. My number one complaint is that this needed an edit. This needed to be an hour and a half at the most. And we're dragging on to an hour and 50 minutes. This should have been an hour and 30 minutes. And as I said, it's a one-note gag kind of thing. The characters are not really... I'm not rooting for... Like Karen Gillan, she comes from a bad relationship. And am I rooting for her to find love? Because she had that fling with the football player. But am I rooting for that? No. Because the football guy was so... just in it for the fling. So I'm not rooting for that. I'm not rooting for her to get back with her ex. I'm rooting for her to get out of this project. That's what I'm rooting for. So for directing, 0.5 is gone for the story. 0.5 is gone for execution of the production. So he competently handed the actors. He's competently handled the technical aspects of the movie. So for directing, I would give 1 point. So we're out 2 out of 10 so far. Let's talk about the story. The story sucks. It's an interesting premise. The premise is that these people have to finish a film during the pandemic and they get quarantined in this mansion. Interesting premise. It got me. The trailers got me. They're filming this bad B movie called Cliff Beasts. Yes. But that's all we get from the story. So the story only gets 0.5. So acting is 1, directing is 1, story is 0.5. So that's 2.5 now out of 10. Let's talk about the cinematography. It's competent, so that's a 0.5. We're now sitting at 3 out of 10. Score, the soundtrack. If you like these songs, I suppose it's okay, but I would say that it's competent. It doesn't really wow me, right? So we're sitting at a 3.5 so far, with a possible only 2 points left. For watchability factor. The last 2 points come from watchability. And is this a movie that you want to watch twice? No. This was going to take away that finger, but I'm not going to flip you the bird, guys. Don't worry about that. Out of the possible 2 points for watchability, no, you don't want to watch it twice. Do you want to own this movie on Blu-ray? Do you want to watch it on Netflix? Okay. Now they're getting into some narcotics. They're sharing hardcore narcotics. The whole cast. Can I even recommend this movie to you guys? Can I even recommend that you guys watch it? Thank you in the live chat for joining me, Art Glass and Fuzz, and thank you for bearing through this arduous task with me. I can't even recommend, like, even as a joke, to watch this.
She like dumped me and left me.
So now she's complaining that she can't keep a man. And now they're airing dirty laundry, and she's changing faces because she's taken narcotics. And ooh, isn't it funny that she's got an abstract So far we're sitting at a 3.5 out of 10 for The Bubble. And I can't think of... I think that's fairly accurate, to tell you the truth. So now Pedro Pascal, the Mandalorian, is asking if he's worthy of the love of the now they're talking about making a TikTok, which I just did during my review here. Okay, so they're making another TikTok. We've got yet another montage. Does this appeal to the younger generations? Like, I'm sure most of the younger generation won't even care about all of the movie innuendo, the movie industry jokes that they won't care about that. So, even if you cut out these montages, these dance videos, oh, look, it's Pedro Pascal doing a silly dance. Yes, that's funny. No. 3.5 out of 10. So Keegan Michael Key just did a huge backflip like a gymnast out of the doorway. And now he's hitting his chest, thinking that he's got a heart attack. Let's give you a timestamp. 1 hour and 33 minutes in. So we just got about 20 minutes left. This will be the third act that we're going into. Fuzz in the live chat says I give it a 4 out of 10. But yeah, it's in that ballpark for sure. Like, for me, when I see a bad movie, it's next to impossible for it to be a 0 out of 10. Unless it's something so profane, so vile that I won't watch it. Like something that glamorizes things like genocide or something like that. Something like that. I would give a 0 out of 10. But for the most part, for all the other things in it, it would give at least 0.5 for its interesting premise. Because most movies, even the bad ones, start off with an interesting premise, and that's a 0.5 right there. So they're trying to have humorous talks about this guy who, Pedro Pascal's character, who just passed out. Yes, Fuzz, the cast. Again, that goes into the story, goes into, it's an interesting premise that this cast has come together to make this movie, to make a movie about a movie during pandemic times, is an interesting thing. And you do have to award points for that, for sure. For sure, you definitely reward points for that. Here's what it feels like. Okay, here's exactly what it feels like. It feels like they took this premise, they took the idea of this, they got all these people together in this mansion and told them to ad-lib scenes. And now that's exactly what we're seeing play out here. And hey, this is supposed to be funny. This is supposed to be, well, it can't be romantic, but it's supposed to be, like, there's no moral story to this one at all. It was a paycheck for some of these people that they got. This is awful. Timestamp, an hour and 36 minutes. An hour and 36 minutes. So we just under 20 minutes left. Okay, so just trying to think here. What's the climax to this? They finish the film. They get out of there. They go back to their lives. That's the movie.
Because we are heroes.
I don't understand the
So do you get what I mean by, like, this feels like it's ad-libbed? Like they just made a bunch of these scenes up on the fly and they were just going to try to use that as a narrative to weave it into a movie? Fuzz, I would always storyboard my movie, he says in the live chat. Yeah. You know what? That's what the best filmmakers do, at least in my opinion. Like, when you go back and you watch some of the scenes of the documentaries to even like The Godfather, like Francis Ford Coppola had this huge binder full of each script page and where he was drawing inspiration from in the movie. And do you think there was a binder like that for this movie? No. No, I'm sure they had to storyboard out a lot of these special effects sequences so that, and they have to do that now because for the animators to go in and do it, they have to storyboard it out. They pre-visualize these scenes. But as far as like the dialogue scenes,
like a Geo live.
okay, so Pedro Pascal's character is killing them. And now he's getting killed. One just picked him up. And he just got ripped in half. The music. You know what this movie, what would have happened if they made this movie? They should have just made Cliff Beasts 6. Made that movie. And make it silly like they're hamming it up now. They're hamming up the dialogue. They're hamming up the soundtrack. If they made Cliff Beast 6 instead of this movie, it would have been far more entertaining and far more of an effective film. And then have it close with this. And now one of the organs of the beast is on fire.
What? It looks great.
So is me shooting at cock and balls.
Flies in the live chat says Netflix got too much money. Oh, yeah. They don't know what they're doing, man. They just buy these properties and then they repurpose it. Arglass in the live chat. James McAvoy is releasing an unscripted, improvised film called My Son. That would be worth a gamble. James McAvoy is really good.
Beautiful or what?
Well, I mean, personally, I find it a bit.
Okay. Yeah, James McAvoy is fantastic. He's releasing an unscripted, improvised film called My Son. I'm going to have to take a look at that.
I think this is going to really work. I think this is really fun.
So we're an hour and 42 minutes, 19 seconds in. And we got to go all the way to 155. So 143, 155. 12 minutes left. At least it's coming down to the last. So Karen Gillan and Keegan Michael Key are bailing, and he's running across cars for some reason.
Sorry I'm not Patty Jenkins. You know, get to work with fucking Cal Good.
So the stagehand just asked if she could leave. I feel that.
Film, mate.
I was paid to be your friend.
Okay, so this is bad acting. This is bad acting within the better of the film. So this is not acting for the film Cliff Beast. This is acting within the movie, and it's bad. Wait, is that James McAvoy? Is that why you mentioned this? So this is what I mean. It's like he's calling all his friends in to help with this film that sucks. And as a director, I would never do that to my friends. I would.
Too, because it is an emergency.
Ow! Oh, great.
He was the best part of the It sequel. And yeah, total fluke. That is a fluke, eh? Oh, so she's gonna fall in love with him? Is that her big payoff? Her big...
Nobody's calling you. That's not a phone.
Now we're getting music with these two girls throwing down. Oh, get on with it already. This is just awful. I'm not even going to listen to that song. I'm not amused, Judd Apatow. I'm not amused. And in fact, you're going to watch me on YouTube after this, guys. Hit the thumbs down button on this movie, which I hate to do. It's just terrible. God, this is terrible. This is like pulling teeth. This is not what I could be doing other things with my time. I could be drawing pictures. I could be playing guitar, writing poetry. Oh, yeah. And I thank you guys in the live chat for enduring this monstrosity. We're the troopers. So that guy's back. The real world, it's a hair pulling contest. Yeah. And you know what? We're going to end up being like the only 5 or 10 people that will watch this. Like, they're trying to make it cool, and this is terrible. This is Hey, that's Sharpie. I just wrote my 3.5 out of 10. A little bit brighter for you guys. I just realized that's Sharpie. It smells. It's got some potent strength to it. Should I sniff it? And maybe that'll relieve my stress. Should we be talking about losing hair? Oh, yeah. That's an Oscars thing, right? Hourglass. So now we got some fake fighting with David Duchovny and the director.
Sure they're doing the tribesman fight from the movie?
Karen just said that this is a terrible fight. And I agree. It's a terrible fight. Remember, this is the climax. This is the move. This is the things that you've been waiting for. You've been waiting to see this. This is the big payoff. This is the moment that makes you go, oh. He just said there's a page 1 rewrite on your boss. God, this is painful to watch, man. Terrible. Absolutely awful. Okay, if you've ever made films when you were like 12 or like 13, like when you're younger, when you're just with your friends shooting something that's supposed to be thrown together, this is exactly what this feels like a high school film.
I want to live with you in Beverly Hills.
I live in...
I want to live with you. I want to live with you in Hollywood. I live in Sherman Oaks. Even better. Who's that for? I wonder, does Netflix give out medals to endure this monstrosity? He only knows how to fly up.
Let's get going.
Okay, just give me a second. Give me a second.
He was only trained to pull up. He doesn't know how to go forward. And now they're just hovering there. Ha 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 ha! Ooh, like I want to know. I'm gonna have to look online to see if anybody found this funny.
To go up and down.
What?
Just for the movie, they up and down. They didn't teach me how to go forward.
Yeah, so we're an hour, 50 minutes.
Does YouTube still exist?
Does YouTube still exist? So now they're going to do what they're looking for, a tutorial, and they're watching animal videos.
What's happening? What's happening?
That's the big payoff. They were looking for a tutorial on how to fly a helicopter, and they look at a monkey taking a bath. I'm going to get a stroke watching this movie.
Come on, guys. We're a family.
Jesus. Fuzz Aldrin says, I want to see more movies with Maria Bakalova. And I do too. She's great. So them as a team pressed forward on the thing, and now it's tipping like this.
We're gonna be fine. We'll put a cut together. It's gonna be great.
Oh, man, this is rough. Yes, if I were in the theater and if I was watching this in the theater, I would have left. Like, this is vomitous now. And now, for some reason, they're flying over London, or is that what it is? Two years later? No. I don't care. Oh, we got music. It's going to end with a montage. Then to kick all things off.
Entire nation is talking about.
I'm a beast.
Nobody's talking about this. So is it so bad it is good? No, it's not. You know how some movies are like that. They're so bad that they're good. Like, what's that movie, Tommy Wiseau, that came out? Hi Mark, that movie. That's so bad that it's good, because you can at least watch it with people, and you have fun watching how bad it is. But this is just bad. There's nothing like that in this, because of the directing competently putting together the cinematography, right? And the technical aspects of the film were handled okay. The Room. Sorry, yes. Hourglass Vikings in the live chat. The Room. Movies like that are so bad that it's good. Like, people make it into like a cult classic. You can watch those things. But this definitely is not like that. This is something that you're going to watch my immediate reaction to this when I'm going to do this video. The appropriate response for this grotesque thing. Why is this just going on and on? Okay, so far, there's the credits. Okay. I'm going to mute the sound here. We don't care about the sound. Here's my immediate reaction to this abomination of whatever the hell this thing was. No, we're not going to watch Dark Waters. The Bubble. Come on. Okay. That's not what I wanted to do. Come on. Why is that doing that? Okay. Why did I lose? I hate when Netflix does that. They try to show you something next. But here's my response to this. Why is it acting like this? Here's my response. No, I don't want to watch this again. What are you doing? This is terrible. Okay, so they should give me the thumbs up button. Why are they not doing that? No, I like this. I hate this. I love this. It's not for me. There's my response. Thumbs down. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. In fact, I want to get rid of that of my recent watch-alongs of my list. How do I do that? My list. God, that was awful. That was terrible. Brahms, The Boy 2. Okay, so at least it's not on my continue watching for James list. Oh, yeah, I gave that the thumbs down, guys. You missed Daisy Ridley cameo. No, we didn't. We saw that, actually. She was like the yoga instructor. And my God, this was terrible. What an awful experience. Like, awful. I got a headache watching that.
I'm not tired.
Daisy Ridley. Is that the work that she's getting now? Is this all the work that she can get? It can't be. It can't be. Oh. What a terrible experience that was. And I thank you for coming along with that. We'll watch a better movie next week. Somebody give a nice suggestion that's on Netflix maybe, and we'll watch that instead. Disaster Artist. Breaking. Jussie Smollett on the Run. Live car chase. What's this? Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll go to this fuzz. We'll take a look online for some movie news. But I'm going to end this video here. Stay for after the credits, and I'll cut out all the movie stuff after this. But The Bubble is terrible. 3.5 out of 10. Okay, so everything out now will be cut from once this goes live. You're saying that Jussie Smollett is being chased by police, but he was released. He was released. What the heck? What's going on here? He came up with a plan. New documentary. Jussie Smollett, sorry. I'm not seeing it. He came up in the air anytime, past hour. High-speed chase. This might be risky to put on, but we'll check this out.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna make this real quick. I don't know what's going on.
I'm not seeing it here. Sentencing live stream. Not seeing it. But anyway, you know what he did. He faked a hate crime against him. They were going to send him to jail, but he was released on bail or something. Or he was released because he hasn't served time yet. What am I doing here? Let's go to live. Okay, breaking car chase.
You're the boss.
Okay, so this is just other people talking, and I can't copyright claim stuff from other people. Popcorn to Planet. Will Smith, hold my beer. Okay. Well. Go live with Jussie Smollett in your title and go viral. Well, that was the only live video for Jussie Smollett, man. And I don't really have too much to say about it. Like, they only have 2.9K people watching, and I had more than that for the Oscars. And why is, like, let me see Hollywood Reporter, what they got. Morbius sinks teeth into 5.7 million in previous, so it only made 5.7 on Thursday's total sheet. I'm not seeing it, man. And I know it's fun. Like, that was a huge rush being on part of a live stream like that. And that's why today, when I was doing that Google trending thing, that's what I was looking for. I was trying to look for something that would grab people's attention. But don't worry. It's something that I feel like it's a revelation that's just around the corner, and it'll explode the channel, and people will catch on to what I'm doing. Because my movie news stuff does have an audience. There's an audience for that stuff. It's just not getting promoted for some reason. Even the big channels, like if you type in movie news, let me go back to YouTube here. If you look for that stuff, even the big channels out there don't get recognized by the algorithm. Oh, movie news. James, April Fools. Oh, April Fools, man. Yeah. If you say movie news into YouTube, even the big channels. Oh, well, maybe Raiders of the Pod. Okay, no, but that's right. That's my history. So it'll come up in my history. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up an incognito thing, which I'm going to have to switch over my Chrome to incognito. There we go. So, so here we are, incognito. I'll show you. This is what you need to do if you're ever into the YouTube game and you want to start making videos. This is a great place to, and this is a great strategy to figure out the topics. But I type in movie news here, and not even the big channels. 3C 1 year ago, like a year ago, right? Why is that the number one thing? Guardian News, 87 million has the unedited version. I can understand that. But like all the other big pundits out there that talk about movie news stuff, huge ones, big ones, like John Campia, you don't see him listed here at all, right? You type that in. He's listed for it. YouTube doesn't promote it out there for some reason. Like Beyond the Trailer, all that stuff, it's just not in there. I don't understand it. Why would you be recommending stuff from like a year ago? Movie news today. Let's try that. Put that in as a thing. And I saw this. This is like a deep fake thing of them arguing with each other. Somebody put a deep fake of that together. And again, well, we did a trailer reaction to the KGF too. That's big. But you say movie news today, and you don't get the big channels out there. I don't get YouTube. Like they should, right now, you should see things like 3C Films, John Campia, Beyond the Trailer, stuff like that. Christian Harloff sometimes does movie news stuff. Like that should be at the top of this when you type in movie news today, because they're talking about the new topics and everything. But you don't see it. And I should be part of this list too. I should be maybe the 6th, 8th, or 10th person on this list. But YouTube just doesn't like the tags for some reason. They don't like the titles. They don't put it out there. And you think that you would even get stuff from the big trades like E.T., like Entertainment Tonight. We're not seeing it here. You don't see it. So I don't know if it's just, I know people are looking for it. I know people are looking for current movie news. And when you type that into the search bar, it should be giving anything relevant for today. And it's not. It doesn't. It's a frustrating thing. Anything else you guys want to talk about? I got a few more minutes before I got to go off and make that sausage and cauliflower mash with gravy. I make a nice little beef gravy that goes on top of it. So it's like a little bit like bangers and mash, but it's cauliflower instead of potatoes. Very, very healthy for you. Because I am trying to drop the weight. And I can tell, actually, if you watch a video of mine like 6 months ago, the pandemic was not kind to me. I didn't even realize it. It's just like you sit around inside of your place waiting for things to open back up, and all of a sudden you just realize, wow, I'm really, really, really heavy. It's disgusting. So I've been cutting and I've been getting slimmed down, and it's been a good journey. Yeah. Thanks for the free show, Fuzz says in the live chat. Well, thanks, man. And that's the best part about this, is that even when it's like even 2 or 3 of you in the live chat, it's just good to talk with you guys. And I like that interaction. That's what I want to build up. I want to build up that community of people, because I'll tell you this, and I'll let you know my gratitude here, is that the 2 or 3 of you that are like true fans of the channel, that's worth more than the 2,000 of the subscribers that only casually pay attention to it. You're more valuable to me than the 2,000 or so that I have. Not that I'm knocking the 2,000 or so people that are subscribed, but they obviously don't pay too much attention to the channel. Otherwise, yes, I would get more traffic into it. But it's only a matter of time before I crack the code. I figure once I figure out how I'm going to do my watch-alongs, and we'll get into the big movies that people get high views on, that'll bring more of an audience in, and we'll get more things in there, and that'll really help grow the channel. Don't worry, I'm on it. I'm always thinking about these things, about how I can improve the channel. I'm always looking at the analytics, and I'm watching videos on how to improve certain things. So it's not a huge thing. Like, I'm not totally stressed out about it. Stress drops weight too, buddy. At least you're eating healthy. You'll crack YouTube. Thanks, Hourglass. Yeah, thank you. Because I've been playing the game long enough. I know about thumbnails. I know about tags and all that stuff. I've learned all of that basic stuff. It's just getting that audience. It'll happen. Don't worry. It's going to be like one day you're going to wake up and you're going to see the channel has gone from like 2.9K view subs, and one morning it's just going to be like 8K, then it'll be 12K, and then 20K, and it'll just grow like that. That's how it happens. From my experience, channels it takes a while to get up into the thousands, and then it's usually before 5K. That's when you really start to pick up and grow steam, and it'll happen. Don't worry. When we start doing more of these watch-alongs, start doing stuff like that, don't worry. All right. It's been a long streaming day, so thank you for joining me. Thank you for that. That was a live chat badge, right? Thank you for that. I'm going to have to figure out how those really work. And I'll put it to good use, as always. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for horror movie news. And if I go see Morbius tonight, I'll let you guys know. But I'm thinking I'm going to go see something else instead. I'm going to go see something called You Won't Be Alone, which is a Noomi Rapace movie where she plays a witch. I haven't decided yet. We'll see how this goes. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time on